some of the top 10 New Year's resolution that some people really go for in the new year.
So we got working out, number 1, saving money, personal growth, mental health, spiritual growth, getting into relationships, learning a new skill or hobby, quitting a bad habit, traveling more, and getting more organized.
Now you said mental health. That's so important. 'Cause, nowadays everybody online is a therapist.
Yeah.
That's scary. Everybody online is either a therapist
Or a preacher.
Girl. And we're giving people, say it again, or a what?
Or a preacher.
How do you see spiritual growth?
I think with spiritual growth, then everything else comes.
So spiritual growth is not just reading the Bible, it's doing what the Bible says to do. And it's serving, community, fellowship, hanging out with each other, talking about His word is spiritual. And I think for personal growth, the first thing that we need to look at is, what are you reading? What content are you putting in? So what are you consuming? Are you eating junk food? Are you eating good stuff? Not only that, Gen Zers, but you got podcasts. Right?
I do listen to podcasts.
Well, listen to this one.
You are now listening to If You Only Knew with Pablo Pizarro.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening in whatever part of the world you are tuning in or listening to. My name is Pastor Pablo Pizarro, and I am just so grateful that you have decided to tune into another episode of the If You Only Knew podcast. If you recall, the last time you were tuned in, that was just a pilot episode. And because you liked, tagged, shared, and subscribed, we are back again. And we're just so thankful for that. So we appreciate you. In the last episode, you learned so much from us. We were really talking about the holidays, and we were saying that these will be the best holiday season ever, or the best holidays ever, right? And I hope you made it. Because if you're listening or you're tuned in, that means you made it through the holidays. We are literally in the second day of the new year, January 2nd. And actually, this is when we're recording it. You are going to see it very soon. But I wanted to purposely say when we are recording. Why? Because it's live for us. We made it into a new year. We are alive. There were so many obstacles in the previous year that we have to celebrate. Take a moment. This is where confetti comes down. Take a moment and say, hey, pat yourself on the back. I made it into a new year. And in that first pilot season, when we got to when we got to know each other, you were able to hear the why and the mission of this podcast. Because there's many things that I could be doing. There's many things that you can be doing. But God established this podcast. It's going to be a different podcast where many people are involved. Right now, as we speak in the room, I have many professionals, a lot, more than one, that are involved with this. And we're thankful to all of our sponsors. You know who you are. We're just so grateful that you are here with us, that you've decided to believe in what God has called us to do through this podcast called If You Only Knew. I want you to take a look as a reminder, if you didn't tune in or watch in the last pilot episode, because this is episode 1, and take a look at what God said about this podcast and why we do it, because there's a mission to it. There's a vision to it. And we're going to be talking about spirituality, the Bible, prayer, culture, the way of life. I mean, there's conversations that we will be having here month after month. And bonus, music. Come on, man. Everybody likes music. It's a way of culture. But we're talking about Christian music, all right? And so I want you to tune in to this segment, and I want you to see how the Lord spoke this podcast into existence. And I want you to know about prophecy. For me, when God prophesies something through you, first of all, He'll speak it to me. Then He'll use a prophet to confirm it to me. So we were already feeling this podcast coming on. It only took me 2 years because I don't rush into anything. And I was getting ideas, and somebody said, we should do a podcast. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I have time for that. I was doing a little traveling, not like now. We're even more busy now, but this is God's timing. We got all the equipment. We've got all the people in place. And now today, after you watch this segment, you will see why we're almost complete. We're going to have a panel of people always, but we're going to introduce to you something very new. Watch this segment and see why we are here.
I see you doing lives. I don't know what I'm saying, but I see her doing lives. There's a podcast coming into this place. And guess who's going to be the ones behind it? The young people. That's already in the making. I love to hear God.
So here we are back again. I'm excited. I am so pumped up to introduce to you when you saw this segment and you saw this video, because we record everything. And God spoke it. And you saw in that video the person with the headset at the time in the local church where I pastor. She plays many roles. She was wearing a headset because I think she must have been the production coordinator that day. She does a lot of things. She was the producer that day for the service. And she's the one that was in my ear for the longest. We should do a podcast. We should do a podcast. We should be. So, I tell people, if you come up with an idea, you're going to be the person to run with it. And so today, for the first time ever, episode 1, would you help me welcome none other than G Money? That's what I call her. G, welcome. She's my co-host, y'all. Yay. Clap it up. G, welcome to the If You Only Knew podcast. I know we're going to have fun. Talk to us. Tell us how you felt about this and why you're here and what brought you to this moment.
Hey guys, I'm so happy to be here and very honored that I was asked to be here. I was nervous at first, it's just a little nerve-wracking. We talk a lot. He pours into me a lot, and he was just like, it's just going to be like we talk and going back and forth. But yeah, I'm very happy and I can't wait to see how the podcast works out and how this will work out.
Yeah, we do talk a lot.
We do.
We work together. You'll discover in future episodes, we just got a lot to share. I just do believe that she is the future of many generations. And this young lady, she talks a lot. And so when we talk, it just feels like a podcast when we're doing some mentorship and development stuff, and we go back and forth. And what I want people to understand is that when you're working intergenerationally, because I can be her dad, by the way, all right. Yeah. I have a daughter her age, older, our son her age, and when we talk with different generations, understand that you can learn from them as well. I learn a lot from the whole group here. Probably all can be my kids. And I learn so much from you when we speak. And so I'm telling you, you're going to enjoy these conversations, because sometimes I leave and I'm pouring into her and I leave like, did she just say that? So we look forward to it. What are you looking forward to? Weren't you the one with the whole concept, we should do a podcast?
Yeah, I was, because sometimes he goes a little bit over on his sermons on Sundays. So I was like, the stuff that you don't say, you might as well do podcasts. So I did. I didn't think he would put me here, but I'm here.
I figured, you come up with the idea, then we're gonna add you into this, And we're just so happy. For those that know her, you understand who she is, and for those that don't know her, you're gonna get to know a great soul, and we're gonna learn from each other. She's very funny, very quirky, and I wouldn't have nobody boring on the If You Only Knew podcast. So she's gonna help steer this. It's a plane. You got the pilot and the co-pilot, and it's just not only her, but it's a mainstay. You're gonna see her face here all the time, and then we'll have like the next episode. I believe we're gonna have a guest. I'm not even gonna tell you, but I've been around that person for a long time, and we're gonna talk about relationships. Yes, so that's gonna be awesome. It's the new year.
Yes, it is.
How was your holidays?
My holiday was very quiet, I would say. Like usually, I think it is always usually quiet, but this year was a little bit more quiet. It was just very intimate, just me and my family, and we had a lot of fun. We did things a little bit different this year. Usually, Hispanics always celebrate the 24th, but we decided to go celebrate the 25th. So after service, we literally went home and just slept. And then we even opened presents like
On the 25th?
the 25th late.
Sacrilegious to the Spanish people.
Yeah, like we opened it around like, I think 4:35 because we wanted to wait for my dad to come home. So
you did Christmas like in the evening, not even like the whole
like we had to, all the presents were out and we had to sit there and suffer while we watched everybody open their gifts.
Ooh.
And we were
Well,
there.
that's something new.
Yeah, it was cool. I actually liked it a lot.
So now you're Americanized.
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay. So she's a gringa. She's Americanized. 2025 was for us in the local context. We were in a church called Temple Rock Community Church in Newark, New Jersey. So for us in the local context, it was the year of good news.
Yes.
Did you experience any good news in 2025?
I did. I experienced a lot of good news. And some things that I experienced, many might not think it was good news, but I always say you can't have good news if you don't have bad news, because then it's just news. So, I mean, I guess like in the beginning of the year, there was stuff that I went through that I had to go through, and it gave me the good news of being able to be here today, being able to be free, like, and I mean, other things like materialistic wise, I got a car this year.
Like a brand new car.
A brand new car.
No miles.
Out the lot.
Push to start.
Yes. Push to start. Seat warmers. Seat warmers.
Girl. So you're telling me that's good news. That's good news. I understand. So, because this is the first episode that you're going to be as a co-host. I understand that you got really good news. Like something life-changing news in your life, right?
Yeah.
All right. What is that?
I don't really know what that
okay.
is.
I see.
I got engaged this year.
Wow.
Yes.
This is where the hand clap comes in. You got engaged.
Yes.
Wow. So you're I guess we call the engagement another level of a relationship.
Yes.
So you were in a previous level of your relationship before getting to that one. How long?
Okay. It's a long story, so I'm going to make it very long story short. 3 years dating, 7 years knowing of each other. Like knowing and getting to know each other, being friends.
Wow.
Yeah.
So 7 in total.
Yeah. Yeah.
7 years. And we could get real spiritual right now. That's the number, the perfect number of the Lord, and the perfection. 7 years. And when did you get married?
I get married in 4 months.
4 months. So this year is definitely a year of expansion.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. So we have someone here, very young of age, been 7 years dating, and now it's going to take it to the next level. So we went through dating, engagement, and now we're going into marriage.
Yeah.
That's how we should do it, folks. No batteries included. All right. That's awesome. That's awesome. So definitely you had a good 2025.
Yeah.
When we say good, does it mean absent from conflict?
Yeah.
Absent. I like the way you opened that up, because usually people say, you did a good job saying that good news also comes with bad news. That's awesome. I think you learned that somewhere. Because people usually tell me, I've got good news and bad news for you. Which one do you want? And I know I'm talking on 2025 theme, but there's a reason for that. I got good news and bad news. Which one do you want? And I usually tell them, give me the bad news first. Mm-hmm. So when the good news comes, it's better to like absorb it and just enjoy it, right? So you had a good year. You have an even greater year already.
Yeah.
Okay, so your holidays were quiet?
Yeah.
Holidays were quiet.
Except for New Year's.
Except for New Year's.
Yeah.
New Year's is always loud.
Yeah, it's always loud.
Especially being around me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always fun.
4, 3, 2. We did it! Yeah!
We had a great time.
Yeah.
New Year's. I'm just excited. The holidays for us. From the last episode, we talked about it. I can't just say something and then not live it. It was the best holiday ever. I really felt that. Even to the people that are around me, to the individual that had told me in the last episode, I told you, this is going to be, the worst ever, until he started hearing me say that. No matter what's going on, you can have bad news, but you got to, in the world, the secular world, you got to manifest it. I don't believe in that, but they say that.
Yeah.
Or good vibes, that's good anointing. You know what I'm saying? But you have to speak it into existence. You have to declare and decree that you're going to have the best holidays ever. And we did, man. We really did. And as a team, as a staff that we have, it was challenging. Even at points, we found ourselves, I know because I work with you daily, we found ourselves gasping for air, but we made it. Yeah. We made it. And boy, did we make it. Probably we'll talk to the editing crew to show some snippets of the New Year's Eve service. Man, we party. And even the Christmas Eve service.
Yeah, that was fun.
There was so many gifts for the children. Mm-hmm. And then we even had left over, like a lot of leftover. We were bagging it up. So we'll send that to Panama or somewhere, or to another country, right? We really will. But it was exciting. It was exciting. Even to the last day, I believe, we've got friends that never had their license. Now they're going to have their license. Mm-hmm. That individual we were talking about didn't even have a girlfriend. And when you're serving God, you have to delight yourself. The Bible says, delight yourself, and he will what? What would he do?
He will grant you the desires of your heart.
Grant you the desires of your heart. So listen, this year, let's carry that momentum of the good news in. Mm-hmm. And this year is the year of expansion. Let's expand on that good news. My God. Yep. Come on, somebody.
I was going to say, it's like a continuation.
Yes.
Each year is a continuation.
Yeah. Really, and we can't go into this whole, last year's vibes, I'm killing them now. Let's learn based on last year. So since it's New Year, we have a lot to go into and talk about. And, people are making what we call New Year's resolution. And by the way, on day one, all right, I was active. I was ready and moving, right? And so we want to know what you were doing and what you're doing to start your year off right. And there's so many things that people that have resolutions. What do you think about that? Are you into that?
I guess I kind of am. But I would say more of like, no, I am into it. Okay. I am into resolutions. I have my own. And some of them, one thing I would like to do this year that last year, I guess last year I was still working on it. But it's like you said, like, you can't do New Year's resolutions without facing or, like just planning it out or just like, yeah. So, one thing I want to do is more personal growth and managing my time and, just managing better and balance. I think that's what I want to work on. And without balance or without like having personal growth, I would say more like taking like Sabbaths and like, just taking time for myself instead. So I think that's something I want to do. And I would say like working out and stuff like that. But I think that just that's just a bonus too.
Yeah, I think we can cover that today. One of the things that I hear you say is I want to take time for myself. And anybody who hears that will probably think that that's selfish. Mm-hmm. Anybody who hears that would think that that's, why you first, you got to put others first. And that's a mentality that I think is erroneous. It's not right. I think that if you go on a plane, I know, I've been on a plane a lot. The first thing that a person there tells you, the flight attendant will tell you is in the instructions, when that mask comes down, you make sure you put it on yourself first, and then you can help others. That's their instructions. Yeah. And so I believe that it is important that you take care of yourself. If you have nothing good to give, then you're no good. Yeah. And so I like that. Let's take time to prioritize ourselves, not in a selfish way. I think it's a great thing where we look at ourselves and say, if I'm no good, then I can't give anything to anybody else. And I think that's important. Those that are leading, those that are mothers, expectant mothers, some moms cannot even go to the restroom without the kids or the pet following them. And sometimes locking themselves in the shower and just taking a shower, for the women, that's a break. Some men, because they're so tied up, their time is their time in the car, going around the car, around the block 7 times because they don't want to go home and face the music. And we can talk about that in different episodes, but you need to prioritize you. And I think that's important.
Yeah, because it's like, I saw someone say it. It's like, you can't pour an empty cup. So it's like you were saying, like, if you have nothing, if like you're drained, then you can't give out to anybody else. So you have to help yourself first so you can help others. That's
so good. That's advice. G-isms. We're going to call them the G-isms. Yeah, you see, I already started. We're going to call it the G-ism wisdom. This is a good wisdom to give to the people today. I'm telling you, she's bright. She's smart. You got anything for us? What advice would you give us for the new year to the people tuning in? It's a new year. I love that it's a new year. Listen to me. Those that get to know me, I am like, I'm very competitive. Yeah. Are you competitive?
I say yes, but I don't think as much as.
As much as me? Really? No, I've seen videos of you young playing soccer. Thank God I've never torn a kneecap or anything like. You're that crazy. You and your family, your sisters. I think you all have it but your mom, right?
Yeah, me. Yeah, it's like weird. You would think it's genetic. It's me, my sister, and my dad. Me and my dad tore both of our ACLs on both knees.
That's competitive.
Yeah, and then my sister just tore one of them.
These guys, you know what they do? They're wrestlers.
No.
They're wrestlers. They just knee each other in the face. You know, they're competitive. So she says I'm more. I understand. I'm very competitive. It's unfortunate. I'm gonna have to say I don't like to lose. Who likes to lose?
That's true.
I don't like to lose. I don't like to lose. So, and I keep track of everything. I'm looking at the scoreboard all the time.
Yeah, because it makes no sense. Like if you lose and.
Why am I in this?
Yeah, you just wasted your time.
Yeah, I showed up to the game. I prepared. I got the cleats. I got the suit. And then to come out of here, loser? Who wants a loser? I don't want to be a loser. So nobody wants to lose, right? Nobody wants to lose. And I look at a year as winning, losing, and you're going to have some losing. You have to. John Maxwell says that you have to learn how to fail forward. So when you fail, you're actually learning from those mistakes. And so that's important. So if you failed in any point of 2025, then let's use that to catapult us all the way to the end of 2026. And that's why I'm so excited about this new year, this first episode, this first month that we're in. I need everybody to get their competitive juices flowing. We're not about to lose this year. I don't care what happened last year. We're not about to lose. And so I think that there's some things that we need to look at. The way I look at it, and I think that we designed and we want to talk about, is that if you're into football, there's 4 quarters to a game. If you're into baseball, which is my main sport, it's 9 innings to a game. It's not over until the 9th inning, until the last closer comes out. And then if you're into soccer, is it 2?
It's 2.
2 quarters, right? So the first quarter you may be losing. They got that little in between. It's not really a break in soccer, right? It just keeps rolling.
Oh yeah. I mean, unless there's like an injury or like a foul.
Yeah.
But like it's like very.
So it's usually like 90 minutes.
The whole game is 90 minutes.
Yeah. So you got 90 minutes to do this.
It's 45 minutes each.
Each quarter.
Yeah.
Half.
So yeah, each half. So 45 minutes is straight. Yeah, and then it's like a 10-minute break. I don't know how long.
So how about if we approach life like that? How about if we approach 2026 like that? And you get those minutes in between for yourself.
Yes.
Right? It's okay to prioritize yourself. And so that's how I want to look at it this year. Break it up. If you're into the fútbol americano, right? American football, 4 quarters. Soccer, right? Which the cup is coming to our part of the world. The World Cup.
I'm very excited. I love the World Cup.
Yeah, I don't know much about it, but I know it's coming to our part of the world.
Yeah.
It's coming to New Jersey, baby, which is good. Which we're going to try to figure that out, see if we have some clout somewhere and see something, right?
Yeah, I think I have a hookup at MetLife.
Oh, we have a hookup. And so she has a hookup. and so we're going to approach life like if we're competing. The Apostle Paul says that we are competing. But that the athlete that competes, he competes for a trophy, but our trophy is our heavenly reward, right? So in 2026, we're competing. I came in here swinging, and I don't want to lose. You don't want to lose. You want to lose?
No.
I lost
Definitely don't.
I lost some stuff in 2025. Some things didn't make it with me in 2026, but I'm okay with that. And sometimes I'll do whatever for the win, right? Everything but sin or lose integrity. And so this year, I want you to write it. If you're listening, and if you're on some social media chat or if you're on YouTube, wherever you are, I'm here to win. I'm here to win 2026. Let's be realistic. Let's make realistic, not resolutions, but goals. What do you think about that?
I think that's good. Like I said, I'm into resolutions, but I think goals are much better because it just gives you it's more like long term. Resolutions, I feel like, are just something you say. And we'll talk about it in a little bit, but sometimes people don't even fall through with resolutions. They just one day and then that's it.
That's true. We do that. I gave up on resolutions a long time ago. That's why I was like, what are you? So we're gonna work with Gina. She's like, I'm a resolutions girl.
Okay, wait, maybe I'm a goals girl.
No, whatever you want. But after the end of the discourse, we'll know who we should be. But yeah, I've always been a resolution. You probably are. And that's okay. But I think that we need to be spiritually led and have goals. And so with that being said, you're going to see a lot of things that G brings to the table. She's going to be like our researcher. She's going to go out, and even in future episodes, she's going to be on the streets with a microphone, right? and bringing back information to us, and we're going to laugh about it. So I'm telling you, you guys have seen a nice side of her. She's very funny. I think very comical. She's going to make you laugh. I think she's in the wrong business. But this young girl one time live on social media cut her hair.
Gosh.
Hey guys, look. I was like, what the? That was during COVID, right?
Yeah.
You had too much time.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that to be out. I thought that was in my past.
Hey, we got to try to find that footage, producers. What did I do?
Cut this out.
Put that footage in here. That's the type of individual we're talking. That's the stuff that I'm like, man. But you have a godly old lady soul. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, he always calls me an old soul.
Yeah, she has an old soul. And that's why it's the only reason I would let someone of her caliber and age on the podcast with me. But she can hang. We're thankful for her. So she's going to be doing research. She's going to be, beginning she's like the Barner statistician. She's going to get stats. She's going to fact check. Cause, her generation. Are you generation what?
I'm Gen Z.
Oh my gosh. I have a Gen Zer on this podcast. But that's the importance of intergenerational ministry. That, I guess I'm a millennial.
Wait, I actually looked it up. I think you're a Gen X.
You see what I'm saying with her facts and researches?
Yeah.
So I'm a Gen X.
Because millennials are more like 30s.
Yeah.
And you're past.
Yeah, she doesn't want to give me my credit, but whatever. So a Gen Xer, Gen X anyway. And we have to learn. It's crazy because we've done some things, our families together, and I'll come up with a song that in the 90s we grew up with, or even in the 80s, and she knows them. That's why I say she's an old soul. And I'm like, how do you know that? But her parents happen to be, Gen Xers, or probably more than that.
Yeah. I'm not going to expose them.
She's not going to expose them. But we're good with that. And so she see how she fact checked me. She's a fact checker. She gets her information. And I think that's great. We need that in the intergenerational, when people are talking together, learn from each other's generation. I think that's what's been a success in our context and in our church, where we have different ages, different ethnicities, cultures, and we're all pairing up and we're learning from each other. Because, hey, when we get to heaven, it's going to be a diverse group.
Yeah.
And so I learned from her. So some of the research you've done for New Year's, talk to me.
All right. So I looked up some of the top 10 New Year's resolutions that most people, probably you, have done or have said.
So you ready for this, editors? Some of the top 10, this is like Jeopardy, some of the top 10 New Year's resolution that some people really go for in the new year.
Wait, do you want to guess or?
Let's see. Top 10 New Year's resolutions that everybody does. It has to be losing weight.
Yeah, that's the first one.
Ah, you see that? Losing weight.
Yes, working out. I'll name them all and then we can talk about them. Okay. So we got working out, number 1, saving money, personal growth, mental health, spiritual growth, getting into relationships, learning a new skill or hobby, quitting a bad habit, traveling more, and getting more organized.
Wow. Those are all good.
Yeah.
So I think that I think we should go over them. Are these doable resolutions or are they goals? Are they resolutions? Are they resolutions, which like to me are like not gonna happen, or are they doable goals? That's the word. Are they doable goals or just resolutions? Realistic. I think that if we're gonna play the game, the competitive game we talked about, I want to win. Type it in again. I want to win this year. If you're gonna play the whole 4 quarters of the game or the 9 innings, then you got to be realistic. You got to be realistic. So in the first one, losing weight, I was in the gym first day yesterday. And ironically enough, the gym was, it was not as packed as I thought it was going to be. Either that or people were just still hanging out, sleeping from the day, but everybody signs up for the gym. I'm talking about Planet Fitness had a whole business plan. I've seen so many commercials so far of Planet Fitness because they're capitalizing on the fact that what you just said, number 1, people just want to lose weight.
They're smart. They know what they're doing. I was thinking about this the other day too. They're like if you look at the New Year's Times Squares, the New Year's Eve, like everybody there, all the hats, all of them are sponsored by Planet Fitness. I literally saw a TikTok of like Planet Fitness. They took out it's like a trend now. This girl, she's like 1, 2, 3, release them. They brought her as their like part of their sponsorship. It's crazy. Like they are
so
really,
they sponsor the ball dropping.
Yeah.
And I think is the confetti purple and yellow like Planet Fitness?
Honestly, I'm not even too sure. I just know that if you look at all the pictures, all the hats and all the little thingies are Planet Fitness. Everything's Planet Fitness. They're literally, that's what they do. They bank on like
they know that everybody's going to get so sloppy and fat during the holidays. And if they put that before you, you're going to go to their gym.
It's like what, like you say, Disney does and everything. Like with and I witnessed this. I experienced this for the first time. I went into a store the other day and the smell hit me like it was beautiful. I was like, oh my gosh. I literally bought something.
See, I'm telling people, she says that because I'm all about scents. Yeah. Scents. Good smell, right? And when you go, especially to Abercrombie, or you go Hollister, you walk by their store in the mall and it smells good. And then they do that in the casinos. Not that we all go. I don't go to casinos, right? But when you go to these, they smell good. They mess with your senses. And so she's saying she bought something. They got you.
Yeah, they did get me.
They got you. Right? And you ever smell, or a burger.
Oh, yeah.
I want a burger right now. And these are suggestions when you're watching commercials. Why do you think the Super Bowl, the most important part of the Super Bowl is not the Super Bowl, it's the commercials. Right? Because they know they got all eyes fixed and it's psychological. So they'll show a Snickers bar. Now you want a Snickers bar. Right? They know what they're doing. And even in movies, old movies, they saw the Pepsi logo. And so we're getting back to Planet Fitness knew what they were doing. Yeah. They know what they're doing. I just want you to know I would never walk into a Planet Fitness. Why? I think they're ratchet.
No, okay. I'll confess, guys. I definitely had a Planet Fitness membership.
Like maybe a card carrier.
Like 2 years ago, like that was my resolution, losing weight. I literally bought a Planet Fitness membership and I didn't even go. And so they were taking my money for like, because they don't let you cancel on the phone. You have to go in and cancel it.
I think these gyms, they know what they're doing. It's a business.
No,
and
it's
they capitalize off of your resolution.
Yeah.
Or for your weakness. You can't keep your mouth shut. You can't stop eating. You put on those pernil pounds and pastel pounds. And so they're like, let's make money off of your error, off of your mistake, right? So yeah, it's a top resolution. And again, no offense to my Planet Fitness people. If you go there, awesome.
Hey. That's
I was just kidding. I just, Planet Fitness is funny. Planet Fitness is like the Walmart of, I'm just offending everybody.
I go to Walmart, so don't worry, guys.
Is it? No, you ever seen these videos? The craziest, ratchetest things happen in Walmart. Like, people's wigs, they start fighting, come off in Walmart.
Yep.
A lot of weird stuff happens in Walmart.
Very
Not that
weird.
I'm too bougie, whatever, but anyway, Planet Fitness, we're getting off topic here. Planet Fitness, good job at your marketing job, what you did in New Year's Eve, because you know that people are watching. Like, I'm going to sign up for the gym tomorrow after that ball drops, and then you never go. Or maybe you go, and then by January 7th, it's over. And then they keep your money. So you can't cancel over the phone. You got to go in person, right? Maybe that works. Maybe you see the equipment and you go, but nonetheless, I think that it's important, if we're going to talk in the spiritual context, it's a good goal.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good goal. If you want to lose weight, yes. But let's talk about how to break down this game. Don't go full force and try to win the game at the beginning. Break down these quarters. So I would say quarter one is January, February, and March. You got the first 90 days. Pace yourself. Don't go in the gym today, second day of the year. I'm losing weight. I got my sauna suit. I'm losing water. Like I'm drinking gallons of water. And let's pace yourself. Let's talk about your eating.
Yeah.
A meal prep, maybe.
That's what I was going to say. That could be a resolution, but you have to make it realistic. Like, you can't just expect to be skinny in like a month. You have to realize, I don't know. If you're going in for the first time, you can't expect to know what you're doing, and you can't expect to see results right away. You got to learn what you're doing. What are tries? What are biceps? What are these? What is that? How do I do a back routine? ChatGPT is the biggest thing now. You can even ask them for a workout routine.
There you go. You see this generation, man. She pulled out the chat. But it's true. If you don't have a trainer, you can't afford it for $9.99 a month. you get ChatGPT. And say, hey, whatever you call Siri, it's gonna come up. He said, hey Siri, why don't you just get me a workout routine
for beginners? It's okay. Yeah. I feel like people expect so much, but it's okay to be beginner. You can't. You're not gonna win. If I've never played basketball a day in my life, I'm not gonna learn. I'm not gonna be able to shoot a basketball.
So I think that's what gets people to quit and deter.
Yeah.
And give up so quickly because they go in at full force. You're not gonna hit a home run in your first swing. You're not everybody is a Aaron Judge or a superstar. I don't think they started like that. It happens slow pace. So don't get discouraged right at the beginning. Maybe you're getting discouraged because you're going full force into it, right? So I think that yes, learn, research, and go slow. Start lifting low weights, fix your food, your habits, right? Because that's all part of it. So I think that it's an attainable goal.
Yeah, you can make it into a realistic.
Let's lose some weight this year. I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm ready. I was there day one.
Yeah, I gotta dress to fit. All right, now we got saving money or finances.
I think that's another one. If we're in this game. Listen, you're getting married, right? You don't go in there and say, well, let's just get married. You got to start saving. There's a banquet hall. There's a dress. There's cakes. There's flowers. There's invitations. That's not going to pay itself. You have to plan for that. And so in this 2026, I think that's a realistic goal.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not just a resolution. So she's done some research and people talking about, number one, I'm going to be losing weight. Number two, save money. I think that's so important. So I think, to speak to the audience, you should have at least 6 months worth of a savings emergency fund. If you lost your job today, or if an emergency happened where, man, my engine blew, you can borrow money from yourself. Now, you're not going to have 6 months worth of stuff saved right now. Start working on that. And people give up because either, I don't have where to start. Well, listen, it's January. And what's coming up right now? What's the next income source? Because everybody's in the malls returning the stuff that they bought at Christmas, or their credit card is high from what they spent last month. What's the next income that's coming in?
Our taxes.
Come on, we get hood rich. The taxes are coming, and everybody's already got plans for that. Because when I talk about finances, when I give classes or I speak to you young guys about finances, I always say this. I always say that we tell our money
Where to go.
where to go. Our money doesn't tell us where to go. And so when you say statements like, well, when the taxes come, I'm going to pay this, I'm going to pay that. No, it's already telling you what to do. You're going to say, when the taxes come, I'm putting that in my savings. And there's different ways when you can start saving money this year. It doesn't have to be $1,000 a month, whatever. You probably don't even make that. But just remember the first thing that goes out of your paycheck. Obviously, the taxes come out, right? The government takes, but who gets paid first? Come on.
God does.
God does.
God
And people are going to write to us now. Oh, let's talk about tithes. Listen, God gets paid. We take care of God and we give him out of the gratefulness of our hearts. And then we have a savings. I would probably put 10% away. And then I would, what we call a seed account. People like to, a seed is, I like to buy somebody a dinner. I don't want to be that friend that we go and we're at the, at the restaurant or at the fast place and we're looking out and, oh, what you getting? Oh, I don't got money. Like, bro, I got you, right? You're the I got you guy. That means you have to, where are you pulling that from? I should have a seed account. Just a seed is, I'm going to plant a seed in you and it comes back to you. So we can talk about that, but I think it's a doable goal. But I think right now, when you get your taxes, if you work and you get your taxes, I would take half of that, put it away, and that's a starting fund. I think we could start there, and you'll have a successful new year. I talked to some of our guys that we mentor, and I remember saying, "Hi, you're going to get this job. Start." I gave them the plan. And we have a plan, savings, seed account, and giving. And then your regular, operation, you pay a bill, you pay cell phone, you have that. And man, I asked them the other day how much you got saved. And I'm like, all right, okay. You should at least by the end of the year have a good accumulated amount. If you save $1,800, that's better than what you did last year. Yeah. If you save $1,000. So I think it's doable. Get a plan together. And remember, we're in quarter one, January, February, March. In 3 months, you can save a little something. Start now. Start today. You're about to get paid next week. Come on. Probably getting paid as you listen to this podcast. Save it. What are some other things that you researched out there?
Personal growth. And I guess this goes hand in hand with the next one, which is also mental health.
So people are saying that this year, I'm going to work on losing weight. I'm going to work on saving. I'm doing personal growth. How do you see personal growth?
I would say something, again, Pastor always tells us, is that we got to level up each year. So I think personal growth is more like, what did you do last year? Like, let's say you had pink hair last year. Like, okay, this year I'm going to dye my hair natural and I'm going to do this. Or let's say like I weighed this much last year. I guess it's just more of like yourself. Like, what do you want to better in yourself? Do you want to better maybe your attitude or the way like you wake up earlier this year, you go work out, or you're everything you do, like just leveling up.
Level up. I like that. Man, I'm so glad that we're talking about that because I do say that a lot. I'm like, what are you doing this year? It's got to be better than what you did last year. And I try to model that. I'm trying to model that. For the last 3 years, I've had short hair. But I'm going to leave it there. Right? So I don't want to come back and you see me in the neighborhood. I'm that 40-year-old guy that never left the neighborhood. I'm still in front of the bodega or the store throwing dice, never leveled up, still driving the same beater clunker. And you gotta thank God that you have something, but what are you doing to personally grow? Personal growth is very important. It's very important. How are you growing? What are you feeding yourself? And I think for personal growth, the first thing that we need to look at is what are you reading? What content are you putting in, right? Because what is a way that we physically grow? Eating. So what are you consuming? Are you eating junk food? Are you eating good stuff? And I think that personal growth involves what you're reading. And so I challenge people to at least read 12 books a year. That's the minimum. That's one book a year. Did you know God, I mean, he helped me, but I was able to read 26 books in 2025.
That's crazy.
It wasn't my goal, but I did it. I kind of tackled it in the summer too, and we'll talk about that. And when if you want mental health, you gotta take a break.
Yeah.
And so personal growth, what are you feeding yourself? I have a group, as a pastor, I have to oversee different groups. I have a board, an executive board, an advisory board. I have deacons, I have leaders, I have like a leadership of 50 something people, staff. And I'm always saying to them by the end of the year, hey, start looking for the books that you're going to be reading. And some people look at me like side eye. Some of y'all like, oh my God, here he goes. Like, what are you reading? What are you pouring into yourself? And I think the question will be like, well, what do I read? What do you want to grow in? Mm-hmm. Right? I started researching and growing in podcasting. I read some things so that I can give my ideas to the professionals. Hey, what do you think about this? To be like, man, he's read. He knows what he's doing. He's grown in that area. Of course, in the Word of God. I really got heavy in the summer reading a lot about spiritual warfare. I mean, I did a lot of books on spiritual warfare. I did a lot of books on prayer, how to pray, and then I came so filled with it that I grew in that area. And so that's how you're going to grow in personal growth. Part of it is what you're, reading. And I want to suggest to you, at least read a book. Mm-hmm. Read a book. What are you reading? What are you planning on reading? What do you want to grow in?
That's where I was saying that. They're like, well, it's on here. Like one of the resolutions, like learn. I guess not really a hobby, but I want to read more because I really don't read. Like it's just I get bored, or like my attention span is like it's very short. So I have to
a Gen Z thing.
Yeah, it's really bad. No, it's really bad. It's because we have like these like all these social media and stuff like that. So that's one thing I've been trying to do more is read. Yeah. And I mean, he gives out really good book recommendations.
But there's alternatives to that. There's all.
But then I feel like I don't learn anything because
you're not taking notes.
Yeah, because I have to look. I have to read, and like I'm more like hands on. So. I have like Kindle I can do as well. Yeah. That I can do.
That's my goal too. Yeah. I'm not allowed to buy books anymore. Yeah.
I can do that. I can't buy. I can buy books, but I don't have anywhere to put them. So
that's like, my problem.
I don't have a bookshelf.
I've been forbidden.
Well, I have a bookshelf, but my parents have a lot of books.
Yeah.
So I could just see one of theirs, but.
Yeah, but listen, I think that's important to read, get a topic of what you want to grow in. These are doable goals. You want to grow? It's content. What are you putting in? Not only that, Gen Zers, but you have podcasts. You have podcasts, right?
I do listen to podcasts.
Well, listen to this one, right? You have podcasts. That's why we do it, so that people can grow. Hey, listen, I didn't know I learned that by listening to this podcast, right? So there's podcasts. Some top podcasts. I like Craig Rochelle is great. I like that for me in leadership. There's John Maxwell.
Yeah.
There's good stuff there. Anything that preachers, I don't follow a lot of preachers. I'm very, careful with that. I tell everybody just, not because I want everybody listening to their pastor. That's not what it is. It's that when you're eating from so many sources and you want to grow from their, different sources, it's hard. So I stick to like maybe one, and I switch every year. So, I've listened to some Rich Wilkerson stuff. I love him in Miami. I'm really big now on Philip Anthony Mitchell.
Yeah.
I'm really big on him. And that's it. I'm not going there. I'm done with these, So there's different content for personal growth. Mm-hmm. Now you said mental health. That's so important because, nowadays everybody online is a therapist.
Yeah.
That's scary. Everybody online is either a therapist
or a preacher.
Girl. And we're giving people, say it again, or a what?
Or a preacher.
Or a preacher. Everybody online is either a therapist or a preacher. And it just kills me. They didn't go to school, or they did go to school, fresh out of school. Now they're using these therapeutic measures and trying to equate it to the Bible and theology. We're mixing stuff up. I'm like, it's crazy. And so anybody with social media is given a platform to speak into lives. And I think it's just dangerous.
Yeah.
It's very dangerous. So what I want to say is that we should really take the content and for our mental health, evaluate it. But some easy ways for mental health is take a break for yourself.
Yeah.
Take a break for what you said earlier.
Yeah. It's like taking a Sabbath. I mean, we all know God rested. So we should rest too. I think some things, I mean, I think the Jewish do it. They
have the Sabbath
on Saturday, I believe. Yeah. So I think it's definitely important just to take a day, and that just sets boundaries too. Like you can't, like you'll say, okay, Saturday will be my Sabbath, and then you still go out, you still do this. You have to take time, like set boundaries up, whether it be like, okay, I won't hang out this day. Or if I guess some things can, like, there are some exceptions, but for the most part, I think it's very important that you take just a day to yourself. Maybe just get off social media, because even that alone, like you said, like it really can ruin your mental health. And yeah, I think, just taking a break for
mental
yourself.
health could be going to get a massage.
Yeah, that too.
But the Sabbath and the day off are two different things.
Because day off is like you run errands, you do stuff that you can't do when you're working.
Yeah. My day off is on Monday, and I'm still doing stuff. My mind is not off. My mind is not on break, but I'm still doing things. I'm paying bills. I'm doing stuff. I do some radio appearances on Monday. And so that's not really a day off. I'm talking about sabbatical, resting, enjoying God's nature, enjoying the things he's given to you. He give you family, then turn off the phone.
Yeah.
And put on a candle. The Jewish do that on the Shabbat. They let it burn. And sit there and look at your family and eat. That's a Sabbath.
Get to know your family.
Get to know your family.
Because I feel like sometimes people don't know their families. They're just too busy.
And where do we get to know them? On a Sabbath. I did that yesterday, and it wasn't my Sabbath. Yeah, I did that. I worked out. I took time for me and some people that I went to work. I did a really massive workout for my mental health. You can do that. There's so much toxins that you release and endorphins that you get from working out. There's been times when you do the running thing, we call it the runner's high. You don't have to get high on none of that stuff, caffeinated up. When I was done at the gym, I was so hungry and I just wanted to spend time with family. I turned off my phone and we went to a really great restaurant and I ate a big, fat, juicy steak and we just talked for the first day of the year.
Yeah.
And that was God pleasing. That's what the Jewish do. That's what the Bible shows us. That when you enjoy your family, that's a Sabbath. Even God rested on the Sabbath. And so when we have rhythms like that, before I used to be at dinner and I'll have my phone with me in the restaurant.
Yeah.
People are texting me. People are texting me now. And you really want mental rest. You want mental health? Learn rhythms. And we learned that, I believe, in 2025, working where we took, even September.
Yeah.
And we just said, we're just going to be in his presence and not do business as usual. And we have to learn that a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because we'll die. Where are we up to? What number we got?
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That was our 5th one.
Let's do one last one.
Okay. Wait, that was our 4th one. We have spiritual growth.
Spiritual growth. So people want to lose weight.
Yeah.
They want to learn how to save money. They want to grow personally.
Yeah.
They want to have good mental health. And the last one is
spiritual growth.
Yeah. I think they all go together.
Yeah, me too.
Spiritual growth is so important. Probably there's no priority here. How do you see spiritual growth doable, attainable this year?
It's like what you were saying earlier. Like, it's how do you grow in, like, physically eating? Yeah. So I think it's really that, and just seeking God and reading His Word. And I think a lot of people think it's like, I was saying this the other day. I think people think I like to read the Word, but sometimes, like, there's days where I don't want to, or like I'm just like tired, or I'm just like I don't have time, and that's where you have to read it the most. When you're like, when you feel like you don't have time, or when you feel like you don't want to, or you feel like you just want to go to sleep, or you just make time, and you always have, it's like a discipline, like you have to do it.
So you're telling me you don't have an appetite? Imagine you didn't have an appetite to eat every day.
Well, it's more like, let's say like I guess I'm tired. Like, like I just want to sleep, or like I don't want to get up early. That's what I'm like more like I just don't want to sleep. Or I mean, like I just don't want to wake up, or like
make that time.
Yeah. And I think that's where, like, for me, that was what it was like sometimes last year. Like, I was just like, okay, I don't want to wake up earlier, or I don't want to, like if it was late, then I'll be like, okay, like, I don't want to do this. But then that's when I learned in September about the Acts prayer.
Yeah. That's good stuff. They don't got time for that right now.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to do a podcast just for that, about praying, taking the time. How long should we pray?
At least. It's not the maximum. It's the minimum of 1 hour.
Boy, mind blowing. You know, I think that's important. I think that if you want to grow, you're going to have to intentionally set time aside to read scriptures, to pray. But spiritual growth is not just, it's the most important, which is prayer and reading of the scripture.
I think with spiritual growth, then everything else comes.
Serving.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, they're reading the scriptures and they're praying. But they don't give. They don't serve. They don't congregate. They think that they're doing something. Those three right there, you're still not spiritual. You want to be spiritual? There's a whole element to it. Spiritual means your soul. There's something great this holiday season when we were giving away gifts. When we gave away thousands of dollars to One Day to Feed the World. I think that changed the atmosphere of people. We were giving away our salaries, days of salary, right? And so that's spiritual. Serving. There's people that come to the house of God and sit there and consume, but that's not spiritual. So spiritual growth is not just reading the Bible. It's doing what the Bible says to do. And it's serving, community, fellowship, hanging out with each other. This is spiritual. Talking about his word is spiritual. So I think in these 5 things, and we have more, we'll probably give you some bonus content in the future. But these 5 things are doable. I think you can lose weight, take care of your temple.
Yeah.
It's biblical because we're made up of body, mind, and spirit. And we talked about body, mind, and spirit. Mental growth, mental health, spiritual growth, personal growth, your soul, spiritual, nourishment. They all go together. And if your body's jacked up and you have your obesity and you're sick and you're going through all these things, you're not going to be able to pray. You'll be too tired to pray. You'll be angry to pray, on antidepressants, on medications. So you got to take care of the temple. And if your spirit is not right and you're not taking in the content, then you're going to be doing crazy things and bad decisions, ruining the temple. Right? And so if your mental's not right, if you're not thinking straight, you're not going to put priorities. You're not going to be saving. You're not going to be doing anything. So we have to work on all these things in 2026. Take the first water to do it. So we're ready for the 5 for 5. 5 for 5 is, we intended it for you to drive home at 5 in the afternoon if you do, but we just want you to listen to good music. There's music, there's alternatives out there, and I'm excited because it's not only worship. We'll have worship, but you got to see her musical taste, man. So 5 for 5, going in at number, I guess is 5. We're going to go backwards, or you want to go number 1?
No, we'll do 5.
Going in at number 5, G Money picks.
Okay, so the first pick is Okayyy We Back by Andy Mineo and Mark Morrison. You see? This is why they call me old head.
Old beat. I like that. They don't know about this beat though.
No.
Well, Morrison is an old school cat. That Andy Mineo is back.
Yeah.
He's been away for like 2 to 3 years. 116, y'all. I got this. Andy Mineo came here.
Really?
Yeah, we brought him here before he was famous.
I did not know that.
Jam out to this.
I'm buying cribs, chilling out, picking towel, don't you dare talk to me loud, it's not allowed. I'm the only person now.
Yeah, I like this one. I like the beat. I like everything about it. I think the beat has to be good. Or the lyrics have to be good too, but I think more the beat catches my attention.
Andy Mineo coming in at number 5. Okay. Well, listen, I'm going to mess y'all up a little bit. Gen Z and the Spanish speaking people are not going to like me right now. But I'm coming in. I'm not a Daddy Yankee fan. And I'm not a Bad Bunny fan. I'm none of that. I don't even, reggaeton is not my thing. But I'm telling you right now, Daddy Yankee is coming in at number 4. Y'all, listen to me. Daddy Yankee, I'm going to play something to you. It's only because of the content. Like Gina said, I like to listen to the content and I like to listen to the music. This guy has done something different that I've never heard in this genre. Check it out. It's called Jezabel Y Judas. Oh man, Jezabel and Judas. You already know you got my attention. And watch this. I think you could clean your house on Saturday mornings with this. Come on, all my Latinos out there.
Yep.
Your parents.
Yeah.
Y'all can dance at home to this. Salsa. That's Daddy Yankee.
Feels like I'm back in Puerto Rico.
Yes. I want to go there so bad right now. Uno vende besos. Otra reina sin alma. Jezabel and Judas.
This might go over some of y'all heads.
Huh?
I said it might go over some of their heads.
It might go. You're going to have to listen to it and translate it. Meta could do that. But listen to the hook, y'all. Yikes. All right, y'all got to listen to this. That is coming in at number 4, Daddy Yankee, Jezabel Y Judas, off the album Lamento en Baile. I preached that. Morning into dancing. Yeah, that's good stuff. All right, G, what you got?
Okay. The next one I have is Fountain. I don't even know how to pronounce her name.
Oh, I like this.
See?
That's
it's the beat. Yeah. It's R&B right here.
Okay.
See? It just reminds me of like driving windows down.
Yeah.
In Miami.
Got a little Rihanna song.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh, that's Anatoria.
Yeah. Anatoria?
Yeah, Anatoria. Or Anatoria, yeah. I like that.
Yeah, I do like it.
Ooh.
Yeah. I know. Feel the guys. Yeah, so on your way to work, if you're not into salsa maybe in the early morning, this is a good start.
Fountain. Yeah, I like that. All right, so we have Andy Mineo 5, Daddy Yankee 4, 3 is Fountain by Anatoria. I think this was a go to me. I would have had it number 1. It doesn't matter. They're all good.
Yeah.
But I'm going to play this one because this one spoke to me, y'all. And I used it for my recap in 2025. I can't believe that hip hop touched me. Like Lecrae's version on this. This is Lecrae with Miles Minnick, On Time. Now, I'm going to mess up the editing of this. I know it. But I want you to see the portion that really blessed me. And it's not that part, you know. But there's a part in here that really blessed me. And but anyway, I want you to hear it because it was my theme for 2025. This is how God spoke to me. You ready?
Think I did it by myself.
Oh.
They don't see it though, that God got my steps. I was struggling, I ran out of breath.
That was my 2025.
On time, God, when I need him, he gon' come through. You ain't shining till you see him what the sun do. I was down bad, nowhere to run to. Had me fighting all my demons like I'm sunset. He came through, he was on time. He ain't never let he show up in his own time.
Gen Z laughs at me because all right. But that's it.
It's a good song.
That line just messed me up, and I was going through it. I had nowhere to run through, but we finished on time. I hope we finish this on time. Next one. Next one. What do you got, G?
It's you. You got the last one.
I got the last one.
Yeah.
Oh, they're giving me the last one. Well, thank you for the honor of giving me the last one. I want to say, it's a lot of R&B in here. I know you guys are gonna get mad, but this one's an underrated one. It's by Sam Rivera and Miles Minnick. Miles Minnick made it here like 2 or 3 times. Beat the Odds. Check it out. These are all good to jam to. Word. I just think you should use this for 2026.
Yeah.
He's gonna beat the odds. Are we here to win or not?
Yes.
I told you, 2026, we're winning. And so I got to beat the odds. Sam Rivera is good.
Chop with the average reason. Fitted on my hair, they see it. Said I made it look real easy, but it wasn't me. Pennies, yeah, they're on the
Sound like Justin Bieber.
Actually, a little bit.
I should stop these comparisons. But yeah, check this out. This will help you. The point of this is that you can see there's good choices out there to listen to. And you want to go ahead and listen to this and bless it. Tell us which one you thought was the top one for you. And it better not be no Spanish. Anyway, just kidding. Yeah, so let's get the top 5 for 5. Coming in at number 5 was
Okayyy We Back.
Okayyy We Back, Andy Mineo. Number 4 was Daddy Yankee, Jezabel Y Judas. And then number 3
was Fountain.
Anatolia.
Yes.
Fountain, yes. And then we did On Time God at number 2 with Lecrae and Miles Minnick. And number 1, Sam Rivera, My God Beat the Odds. So hopefully you enjoyed that and you take that with you home. And let us know which ones you like the most.
Yeah, make sure you guys post it and tag us.
Yes, tag her dancing.
No. Stop.
Well, that's it for our first official episode. So glad that you were part of it. So glad that we get to see the fruition of what God said almost now 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And you started by asking. We felt the confirmation of God. And we're going to have many more episodes. You'll be on all of them?
Yes, I will.
You sure?
Yeah.
You coming back?
Yes.
She's coming back, y'all. I'm so happy to have a co-host. We're grateful. And we have many more episodes. We have an invited guest coming in for the next episode. Talking about relationships.
Yeah.
Chocolates and flowers. You know what that means.
Yeah.
The month of February. We're going to have hot topics. We're going to talk about it. And I don't know how you're going to do it because you're going to moderate that. But in the meantime, please like, share, subscribe. And we will definitely see you in the next episode. You promise to come back?
Yes.
This is an alliance?
Yeah, I'll come back because I like the next guest.
She likes the next guest. You see that? Already she's trading me for the next guest. Well, thank you. This is an alliance pump. See you guys. God bless.
Thank you for listening to If You Only Knew with Pablo Pizarro.
If you enjoyed the conversation, make sure to subscribe and stay connected with us wherever you listen to your podcasts. You can find us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and Podbean. Follow, rate, and share the show. It really helps us reach more people. We'll see you next time.
Pull me close, I need your loving.